guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to everyone that's new to my channel. We are a family that are working on paying off debt. My husband is a truck driver. He was an OTR truck driver for 8 years. He is now local. You see in the title, I tell her that this is my last paycheck from my job. I've never talked about what I did on this channel. I've always been a stay-at-home mom. I've always worked when I needed to work. I've always substituted when before my husband started driving trucks. I did that for a couple of years, and then once he started driving trucks, I stayed home with the kids a little more after that. But for the last year and a half, I became a 5K aide, and I really enjoyed doing that. Sometime last year in October, November, my heart had just started feeling that it was time for that change, and I could tell that God was like, it was time for me to let go. But I was letting the lady know that I was working with. I was like, hey, this is what's going on. This is how I'm feeling. And but I told her, I was like, I wouldn't leave her because I was going to stay until my daughter graduated high school, as long as she stayed. And I really went into this job wanting to work with her, only her. And she was the only reason I went from being a sub to an aide. And she was like, hey, do what you need to do. But I was like, I'm not leaving, until you decide to leave. And sometime in December, she decided to retire. And I was like, don't do that because I'm leaving. She was like, no, I'm ready. And so we both decided, it was time, and we didn't sign our contract back. So at the end of May, we finished out for our last day, and we just been enjoying the summer. And now tomorrow we're getting ready to start back school. The 6 weeks has passed by very fast, and I finally got to start to really enjoy my summer, and it's over with already. So I had been praying, since everything had been folding, what I was going to do once all this came into transition of how I was going to make income. And God had led me about me going back to subbing, and being able to just dash throughout the week to make some extra money. And the plan was for me to be at the school full-time throughout the day when I do substitute. But things change because my son has early release, so that's not going to be possible. So I'm going to be able to do half days only because he gets out early, and because my husband drives trucks, that doesn't work out where he can go and pick him up. This new journey starting tomorrow. Don't know how this is going to go, but I'm leaving it all in God's hands. I'm just praying on it. But we're going to figure this out as we go. But we're going to get into this budget. So today, my husband's paycheck was $970.66. My paycheck was $687.23. And that brings our total to $1,657.89. So we paid half of our car payment, $356. Miracle $40. YouTube $89.63. Zero Sum. I am trying out this app called Zero Sum. It's just like one app. I want to say I'm trying to think of her name of her channel. I'll put her channel here on the screen. who I've been watching using it. And I had got the free channel, not free channel, free trial at the beginning of the month, but I hadn't been able to get on to really use it like I wanted to because I was busy doing my daughter's locks. And so I've been able to use it like the last week of this month, and I really have been really enjoying using it because I was using YNAB, and then I began to use this because I've stated before, I couldn't pay for YNAB anymore, and I was like, well, I'll just go back to using paper like I used to use for a long time before I started using any digital spreadsheets, anything. And so I had been watching her use this program. I decided, I was like, well, I want to check it out and see for myself how much I would like it. And for the last couple of days that I've been using it, I've really been liking it. So that totals up to $489.63. Alrighty. For our debt, we have our state taxes, that is $259.12. Federal $350. Affirm Grill $39. Extra debt, we have $1. So that brings our total to $649.12. In variables, we have 90 in groceries, 120 in gas, 15 in household, 14 cents in going into buffer, 63 cents into my husband's personal. So that gives us $288.14. In our emergency fund for savings, we're putting 5. Savings this week is 35. We have in our savings, we're putting 20 towards my husband's license. He has to renew his license for his trucking stuff. And I'm putting $15 in saving challenges. We're doing 190 in back to school. We'll probably do a little bit more this week when he gets paid. Not this week, next week when he gets paid. And that will wrap back to school up. And then we'll start working on our next thing that we need to start on our car to get some tires for our vehicle. And then we're putting $1 in Christmas. And so that will be $231 for that. And so that gives our income $1,651.89. Our expenses $1,651.89, and that zeroes out. Alrighty, I have talked a lot, explained a lot, but I hope everyone have a great day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.